Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and in today's video I cover the topic of should I do a mental trauma, psychological trauma, PTSD, depression, anxiety claim as a result of my injury case. Should I bring it? Should I avoid it? What do I need to know? So, this happens quite a bit. Many people I know who I've represented who were in a serious accident, especially people in car crashes or truck accidents, even if the crash isn't that serious, a lot of them report to me that they have a lot of nerves and a lot of like fear and tightness when they get back into a car after a crash. And that's completely normal, right? But I'm going to tell you what I tell my clients when they broach the subject of a case once we filed a lawsuit or even pre-suit, right? They broach the subject of, yes, I have been psychologically or emotionally damaged by this event, and I want to make a claim for it. What I tell them is, at least the law in Illinois, and the law is similar in a lot of other states, there's two kinds of like emotional or psychological trauma claims that you can make, but definitely in the state of Illinois, they get broken up in one of two ways. The first is sort of normal trauma, fear, anxiety, worry about the future that automatically comes with an injury case. Now, that's not to say that everybody who breaks their leg in a car crash or at work has these emotional reactions, but it would surprise you. You know, I've represented a lot of really tough guys, big, strong guys, and the accident screws them up. It hurts them. But the first kind of claim I'm talking about is one where you don't really go to a doctor, you don't really take medication, you get on with your life, but it has had an effect on you. You worry, like, is it going to heal right? Am I going to be able to support my family? I can't sleep at night because I worry. Those sorts of things are part of what is called pain and suffering in third party cases. So, can you claim those? Absolutely, you can claim them, and they are not what is technically considered a separate and distinct psychiatric or mental anguish claim, right? They're the kinds of emotional and psychological things that naturally stem from a car accident, right? They're part of pain and suffering. Now, if you're in a situation where you can't function, like mentally, emotionally, you can't function, you're seeing a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor for the accident. Um, they have you on medication, psychiatric or other medication, to help you cope. Or if it's a situation where you have a history of some of these challenges and problems, and the accident and the injuries make them worse. This is a situation where I would, if we're talking about a major crash, a major situation, a major injury, then I would consent to doing a formal mental slash psychological claim, which the law in Illinois recognizes. Okay. The problem, though, is that you have to know what you're in for. To make a formal claim like that beyond what is normal pain and suffering, you're opening yourself up to your entire mental health history potentially. So if you've ever done counseling, if you've ever seen a psychiatrist, been on medication, any of that, all of that is stuff that is going to arguably be discoverable by the insurance company and the defense attorney. So I tell people, especially if they have any health history or any emotional or counseling history or psychiatric medication history, I tell them, you better be very sure about it because you might be opening up a can of worms that is going to be difficult for you to cope with. Now, the other thing I tell people is if you have a history of psychiatric problems or emotional problems and challenges before and after the accident, and your claim is that after the accident they got worse, they're going to look at like what medication you're on, what are the doses, what is the frequency of you seeing your doctor or your therapist, what are the severity of the complaints, and all these things to sort of make it seem like your condition is exactly the same before and after the accident. And if the medical records support that there's not much of a change before and after, I will often tell people you're running a dangerous risk because people are very suspicious of psychological and emotional trauma cases, claims, right? So if your medical records don't show a big difference before and after, we don't want to be in a situation where we're putting that in front of a judge and jury, and that because that can make them suspicious about the entire case. They, the thought process is, well, if they were having problems before and they're having problems now, and the dosages and the medications haven't changed, how often they see the counselor hasn't changed, none of that stuff has changed, well, somebody's going to start thinking, well, did they really get physically hurt? Did they have the physical pain before? It can really hurt an injury case. Now, obviously, if you have profound traumatic problems as a result of something like this, don't, don't just drop it. You really need to talk to an attorney who has experience presenting people with these sorts of issues. So I hope this information helps you. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, has some kind of claim like this, or even if you don't, no matter what kind of injury or accident case it is, I can help you. I'm happy to talk to you 24 hours a day. You can always reach me at 312 500 4500. That's 312 500 4500. Happy to talk to you. But if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I've got two cool tools on my website. One is the case cash calculator, tells you what your case might be worth. The other one is the good case calculator, tells you whether you might have a good case or a case with some challenges. The cool thing is both of these are like 6 multiple choice questions. Literally, you're done with the quiz in 10 to 20 seconds and you got an answer. No lawyer to talk to, no one to talk to, free, no obligation on my website. I'll leave the link in the description. If you enjoy my videos, please give me the thumbs up. And if you have a question, leave it in the comment section. Happy to answer it for you. And if you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified when I shoot a new video. Finally, the last thing I'm going to ask you is for a favor. So if you enjoy the videos and the information I give to injured people for free, please consider giving me a 5-star review on Google. I'll leave the link in the description. All you do is cut and paste it into a browser on your phone, your tablet, or your PC. Takes you right to review page. Hit 5 stars, say a kind word, click submit. You're done. 5 seconds to you, but invaluable to me, and it really helps me out. I'd really appreciate it. So hope you and your family are well. Thanks for watching, and let me know if I can be of assistance to you. Otherwise, have a great day. Take care.